All right. Here we go, YouTube. Sorry, I'm still getting set up a little bit here. I'm gonna try to multitask a bit. A lot of stuff to finish, not a lot of time. I'm gonna just keep ripping and tearing about this, and if you're with me, you get it. Like, that's cool. If you care to argue, I guess you could do that too. But what's up, live? Sorry, what's cooking? Right now we're throwing down uh 2 pounds of grass-fed burger, pounded out into a big patty, and I'm gonna cook a few of these. So I like to prep during the week. I've got a pretty crazy schedule. So Nick Gurr, happy birthday, homie. I'm not big on celebrating birthdays, but absolutely come on her face. I will absolutely shout out your brother, Nick Gurr. Fucking asshole. Um, anyway, yeah, so diet life. It's in shambles nowadays. It's become this. It's a new Atkins this, and if you strip all that shit away and you think that we were like at our healthiest as like hunter gatherers, okay? Hunter gatherers, they ate meat every time they could. They survived without meat until they could eat meat again. Meaning the hunt only produced so much meat, and from I eat single origin, which is incredibly hard to do anymore. Most of your ground burger in a store will have up to like 1,000 damn animal pieces in it from 1,000 damn animals. Like, something about that cannot be good. Carlos Sisk, what's happening? Rome to you. I am grooving, making a little prep here, and rambling about how sad this this life is at this point as far as food and so many other things. But the food one is really not hard. If you are overweight, if you're out of shape, if you're all the things that so many people are, it's not. All right, so what's up, YouTube? Sorry, microphone died. I am trying to multitask and do a live here where I rant about food. I have no idea where the microphone died, so um, we're gonna I'm gonna continue to rant and rumble about how this thing drives me crazy. This food thing is not that complicated. Uh, if you want to look your best, feel your best, and be healthy, you have to limit the things that you eat. Some injectable, none of that stuff should even play into your mind. If you truly want to change your life and change your diet, go to the pantry and throw everything out. Uh, I'll start rattling off what I eat again, because again I'm not sure where the mic died. So right now I'm cooking 2 pounds of grass-fed grass pasture raised eggs from a rancher. As you can see, my carton has no brand name on it. Those two things, that is a little trickier. I had to meet a rancher and find someone who gave a damn about growing a quality animal, and these folks are dedicated. It's the cleanest, meanest beef you'll ever find, and my burger comes from one animal, not 1,000 in some plastic wrapper, where it was the bits and pieces from a ton of different burger, sweet potatoes, pasture raised eggs. I eat raw milk. I eat raw milk cheese. Of course, I have a little heavy whipping cream, organic, that I have in a cup of coffee. Um, but really, that's about the bulk of it. Now, I'll step outside of my diet occasionally. I like a treat as much as anybody, but uh, the going around the edge of your grocery store, the perimeter, is like the safest way you can eat whole foods. One item, no ingredient. Uh, I'm just telling you that the way So I need my eggs from one person who takes pride in what they do. Again, single origin beef. I'm not eating ground burger with 1,300 animal parts in it. I'm eating ground beef from one source. What's up, my two watchers? I'm not sure who's jamming with me, but I thank you for joining me, listening to me ramble. I had somebody the other day ask me, am I selling a program? And the idea of that makes me just feel sad. Like, man, we're all just looking for the answer, but the answer is clear and simple, and we make it so damn complicated that we get lost in things such as Atkins diet and vegan and vegetarian and all these things that, again, of course, you're going to see a result. You may feel better, you may have less side effects, less ailments. Of course, you will, absolutely, because that diet encourages you to stop putting the other terrible things that you put in your mouth on a daily basis. It curbed that. So, in that sense, a fad diet, I guess it's a good thing for those who can't do it on their own. But I'm here to tell you that it's a very simple process. People say, oh my, it's so expensive to do this or so hard to do that. And it's not. Most of us don't want to change and don't have the discipline to change. Most of us look like shit and feel like shit every day. And we reach for a Red Bull to fix it. And again, it's really not that difficult. We live in a world that has overcomplicated the most simple things and oversimplified the big things, and to a catastrophic degree, really. So anyway, my two watchers, what's up? Not sure who's on here still. Come on her face asking me to shout out. Like, some people out here are just lost. To those of you who are lost and looking for something, I can help you. I can help you to see a little more out of the box that they have put you in. The grocery store might as well be the trip to the pharmacy. Because if you eat even half of the things that are in that grocery store on a regular basis, you will be sick. You will be sick in ways unnoticeable at first, and over time you will have all the things, the C word and a million other things that come along with eating poorly and overexposure to gnarly chemicals. There's so many carcinogens and just crazy modified foods that uh, you know we look past it out of comfort. We look past it because we like eating Oreos. We don't mind the carrageenan in our ice cream, a known carcinogen linked to ass cancer. We look past it because we like to eat the trash, and that's probably the biggest thing that holds everyone back. We're looking for an excuse. We're looking for a reason to remain the way that we are. But the way that we are is what has got us here today. I'm going to throw a pinch of salt on. My cast iron was just a little bit under temp. So that was a mistake. But we will recover. I make these little 4-egg patties. I try and make a few of them at a time. And typically when I break fast, sometime around noon, I typically start with a few eggs. Got good everything. Everything you could want is in a good egg. And I do say good egg because the market is saturated with not good eggs. So definitely be mindful, buy local. Real easy. Again, very easy math. This shit is not complicated. We make it complicated. Some of us were just never learned the right way. Some of us never looked at it that way. Like, stop eating fast food. Like, if you are sitting at home feeling like, oh man, I wish I could get in shape. I wish my body was different. I wish I felt different. But you're in a drive-through window at a McDonald's an hour later, then you are the problem. Most of us live just by our televisions and our all the wonderful powers that be that don't give a damn about your health or well-being. In fact, quite the contrary, they are heavily invested in making sure that you don't think about food in a simple, clean manner. Uh, what I mean by that is the more trash you eat, the more ailments you have. The more ailments you have, the more you search for answers in the wrong place. When's the last time any of you had a doctor tell you, when you say, I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I'm all these different things, has a doctor ever said to you, how do you eat? What does an average day in your diet look like? No, of course not, because then they would be actually telling you how to fix the things that bother you. They don't make money off fixing the things that bother you. We all understand this at this point, right? Like, there's no money to be made on healthy, well-informed, happy humans. There's billions upon billions made every year on depressed, sick, and everything that falls under that. I'm not gonna rattle off the whole list because I need to be mindful, or I'll be the next one disappeared for sharing useful information. But the bottom line is, it's not that hard. We make it hard. We complicate it. And let's be honest, we're lazy. Like, we are a lazy bunch, and we like convenience more than we like to do the work. And half of us, if someone would just put something down in front of you for you to eat every day, we would eat it. It's a sad state. We've gotten so far removed from the things that are good for us that now we have these, like, A1, whatever, A1C or some shit. People are injecting things into their body to counteract what you ate for breakfast. Like, how does that make any damn sense? Like, diabetics who are eating Little Debbie's and then spiking insulation, it's insulin. It's like, what? It's not that hard, people. It's really not that complicated. You get out what you put in. If you put cancer in, you get cancer out. If you feel like shit every day, you need an Adderall to get by, maybe try and tighten up your diet. Sorry, I'm Taryn, and I don't mean to offend anybody. Thank you to everybody that's watching. My two folks here. I'm just on a rant about life and food. Food is probably one of the most reoccurring subjects in my mind that drive me crazy. That it's not that hard. It's not difficult in the least when you really break it down and you really want to change the way you feel and change the way you live. It's not that hard. Like I said, I eat about five ingredients, not including salt and pepper. But that's not really an ingredient. I eat raw beef, I eat sweet potatoes, I eat eggs, I eat raw milk and raw milk cheese. Um, that's really it. Like, when I think more, like, I could think about, like, yeah, I might eat this once in a while, or I might eat that. But anymore, I've been on a kick for about a year where I don't eat outside of my diet. You know why? Because every time I do, I feel like shit. And oh, sorry, one thing I do eat that has an ingredient list is some 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 wraps. I do keep Sammy's Bakery out of Tampa. Shout out Sammy's Bakery, the most trusted bakery I could ever come up with. So I do eat that. That has an ingredient list. I eat butter. Again, I could just rattle, but I literally under two hands I can count on two hands the things that I eat frequently. I also eat apples and almond butter when I'm wanting a sweet treat. You know, an apple with almond butter. That's my go-to. That's my treat. And it's funny too, because once you really start to lock in and change what you're doing, number one, it gets easier and easier. Number two, you'll notice when you eat like you used to eat, you will feel like shit. When you have that box of Oreos or some other trash product that should not be consumed by human beings, you will find you don't feel good afterwards. And that's a real simple equation. Like, you get out what you put in. If you put trash in, you get trash out. You got all kinds of ailments. Stop looking for medicine. Start looking for what's missing in your diet or what needs taken out of your diet. Most of us just eat like absolute garbage and then expect somehow things will change or get better. And that's just not the case. It's a lack of discipline at that point. All right, so we are a couple minutes out. We've been on here for a minute. I'm gonna not let this become an hour long live because I feel like no one has an hour attention span. Like, follow, subscribe if anything I've said hasn't upset you, or if you'd like me to share more, please please let me know. I have a lot to share. I've been through the mud. I've come out of the mud. I see things very clearly and very simply most of the time. And yeah, so um, I like sharing what I've learned. I've learned everything I've ever learned the hard way. I like apparently I'm a sucker for a hard lump in life because that's how I've learned all the things I've learned. I've probably been given real good advice. I don't really do good advice. I I have to learn it my way, and that means I've taken plenty of hard lumps throughout this journey. But diet is somewhere I've been locked in now for over a year. There's my first 4 egg patty there. We're gonna just ditch those couple little scraps there. And that pan seems to have a little bit of butter still, so we're gonna smack another one here. Mm, what's funny and true, my dog eats better than the majority of humans. That is a tragic statement, to not be overstating either. I am not overstepping with that statement. My dog literally eats the same diet I do. Sweet potatoes, beef. Sometimes I'll let her have a little cheese. But she's probably the healthiest damn dog I know. And it's sad to me that I'm not stretching the truth to tell you that my dog eats better than you. Like, that's so sad. It's sad that I can say that without like I'm not stretching. I'm not just insulting. I don't mean it to be insulting, but it's true. You know, my dog's not eating Oreos. My dog's not having ice cream, and my dog eats single ingredient, single origin. She doesn't eat trash. What's up to my two viewers? I've not got a lot of chatty people. I've been ranting about how to eat because it seems that we have all forgotten, or we haven't even forgotten. We've been tricked. Of sick people, and if you started to eat well and fill yourself spiritually and all those things, you would not be prescribed the meds. You would not be in the state that we are in as a human, as a society, as a culture. We have gotten lost, and it makes me sad. So I guess that's why I feel the urge to share a little bit. People love to make excuses. That's the majority. That's the majority. Plain and simple. The majority will excuse themselves to death. Uh, Everything in moderation, all these foolish ass things that we will tell ourselves. But the truth is, most of the people who have said everything in moderation to me have no idea what moderating is. And they go from one fast food window to the next and say things like, well, it's not going to kill you to have a McDonald's once in a while. But the truth is, you're not doing it once in a while. You're living off of the things that are killing you.